Now, I could talk now for many ways about how ignorance may or may not help you in all your lives. But I think the most important thing I can point out is that ignorance is helping everyone in this room right now. In fact, I don't think I'd be exaggerating if I were to say that without ignorance, all of you would be dead. Please, calm down. The last thing I wanted was to cause a panic. Let me explain. I think I can say without fear of contradiction that you are all breathing. I think I can also say, without fear of contradiction, that at least 100% of you have not been actively thinking about your breathing the entire time you've been here. And yet, not a single one of you has asphyxiated or fainted. Remarkable, isn't it? Yes, it is. Breathing, the very water of life, has been in the hands of your inner ignorance this whole time and has been doing just fine. But here's the truly salient point. If you were to actively pay attention to your breathing, it would be substantially less effective. It might even stop altogether. You're thinking about your breathing now, aren't you? Careful. Unfortunately, by explaining this phenomenon to you, I have placed your breathing under your conscious control, thus endangering all of your lives. I apologize, it seemed important. I just performed a short sequence of boy band-esque dancing. I did this to distract your attention from thinking about your breathing, thus allowing you to breathe ignorantly once again, averting a mass death by suffocation and saving all of your lives. You're very welcome. This is just one of the many tools and techniques that we Ig Masters can use to return ourselves and others to a state of healthful ignorance. How it worked was, for those few brief seconds while my body was in rhythmic and beautiful motion, you all stopped thinking, inhale, outhale, and instead you thought, yum, yum. Me wanty. Unfortunately, by explaining this technique to you, I have returned the topic of conversation to breathing once again, placing you all back in jeopardy. I apologize a second down. If I do have to use the technique once more, I won't explain why. Slightly more random sequence of boy band-esque dance moves for no reason whatsoever. Well, I hope you've gained something from what I've said here tonight, but remember, if you've learned anything from what I've told you, then you haven't been paying attention.